What is up, guys? Welcome to my interview series Back to the Covers. In these interviews with members of our drum community, we look back at their first YouTube cover and celebrate how far they have come since starting and what got them started as a YouTuber. We check out how they've improved their drumming and their setup. Join me as we revisit our YouTube drummers past and look to their futures. What is up, guys? Welcome to the 18th episode of Back to the Covers. So without further delay, I'd like to introduce my guest at this time, who is the great Alice. Woo! Alice. How are you doing?
Yeah, I'm good, thank you. Yeah, I'm good. Vibing.
Vibing, I like it.
Yep.
So, digging the hair color. We already had this conversation off of the recording. You look epic. Yep. Where are you right now, as in the country? Don't give me your address. Whereabouts in the country are you?
England.
England? Any more specific? Go a little bit more specific. Southwest, southeast?
East.
East?
East.
East, coastal. Very nice. Good to see you. So, first of all, thank you for coming on the show. This is all about you today, looking back at your first ever cover, and then talking about how things have changed, how you've developed your channel, and where you're at today, and maybe what you're planning in the future. But of course, before we do all that, we have to talk about the best movie franchise ever in the world that inspired the theming of this show, which is Back to the Future. Now, as I understand it, because I just checked with you, you've never seen Back to the Future.
I have not, no.
Ooh, that's okay. I mean, maybe I should start asking before I ask people on the show. So that's a lesson learned. It's fine. Any particular reason?
Don't watch movies, so it's never really come up, you know.
That's cool.
Just have a watch it.
That's cool. Anyway, next time you do watch a movie, put it on. Just for half an hour. And you soon be sucked in.
Yeah, it's on.
So anyway, at this stage, I usually like to show some, well, originally I used to show Back to the Future memorabilia. I don't have much of that, and I'm not going to keep on buying it for every episode. So today is kind of memorabilia as such. I want to show off my brand new, still in box, wrestler. Of course, I do my WWE covers.
You do?
This is the British Bulldog. I saw that, actually we were shopping for wrestlers for my little boy the other day, and this was the last one in the shop. I was like, I'm going to have that and stick it on my shelf. Now, the reason it's on a shelf is so that he doesn't get it and open it. Anyway, British Bulldog. Woof, it's awesome. Anyway, without further delay, not that you know what, do you know what a DeLorean is?
No.
Okay, so the DeLorean, which you will see on the screen in a minute, is the time machine in Back to the Future.
Oh, right,
So,
yeah.
we are going to dive into our DeLorean and go back into your past right now. So hold on to your hats. Here we go. Oh, and here we are in the past. Look at that. So you didn't even know what a DeLorean was, and now you've ridden in one. Awesome.
Yep.
Okay, how lucky are you? So here we are. Now, where are we? When are we? What year is this?
This, I believe, is April the 16th, 2022, and it's about 8 o'clock at night. It's a Saturday. I know it's a Saturday for a fact. And this was very spontaneous. I mean, I made my channel a month prior, and it just sat there dead. Like, there was like 3 subscribers, and it was just it was nothing. And then it was like, I'm going to film a video. And I had no idea what I was doing. I had help, actually. It was my mum's ex, right before my mum broke up with him, quite frankly. I was like, cool, thanks. Now I'm on my own. Yeah, so we recorded it, like the audio, and then it just filmed me playing it separately. And I don't know what this angle is, but the angle's not the worst part. The footage isn't the worst part, minus the audio. It's the drum setup that really gets me. The fact that my left crash is lower than my hi-hat it really gets me. Like, I don't care about the tom setup. The tom setup is not horrible. Not how I have it now, but it's the crash symbol that gets me. And I had it like that for months, and I don't know why.
I'll tell you what, you're an interviewer's dream. I haven't actually have to ask you any questions yet, and
Oh,
I've got all of this information. You don't need me. I'm just going to sit here. I love it. No, that's great. So, okay, let's dissect some of that. Hang on, give me a second.
Yeah.
Awesome. So, you started a YouTube channel, didn't do anything with it, and then suddenly, I'm going to record a cover. So,
Yeah.
what is the cover?
Stressed Out 21 Pilots.
Good. And I probably don't need to ask because I think they are your favorite band. If I remember rightly, that's who your specialist subject was with on the Drum Bonanza.
It was indeed, and I still hold a grudge.
I knew you were going to bring that up. I was like, okay, I can't mention the Drum Bonanza. She's going to tell me off again. That's so funny. But anyway, your favorite band. Why the song? Why did you choose this song?
Basically, my first ever drum lesson. Come in, I'm a shy person. I barely spoke. My drum teacher's trying to get something out of me. So he goes, "What's your favorite band?" And so I was like, 21 Pilots. And so he was looking through the songs to find something just for me to drum along to, because I got the basics down in the first lesson, so there was that.
Mm-hmm.
And he chose Stressed Out, and because it was the first song I learned, I decided that I was going to start my channel with the same song.
Fantastic. And at this point of this recording, how long had you been playing the drums for?
Almost 3 is about 2 years, I think.
2 years. Very cool. I think I did a year before I even attempted to record myself. So yeah, it's good to build it up. You don't want to do it too soon. Like imagine the state of it like after 2. Oh, there she is. Look.
Oh, that's
little
me.
thumbs up there. I loved it. That was great. Cool. And what made you want to learn the drums?
21 Pilots, actually.
21 Pilots.
I always loved like the sound of like music in general. When I like listen to music, I'm the type of person that like I don't listen to it for like the lyrics or the meaning. I listen to it and I dissect like each layer of the song. And something that was always like predominant for me was the drums, and I was like, oh, they sound so good. I wish I could do that. And so I did. Well, for a long time I didn't. It was basically I used to air drum. I used to watch like 21 Pilot concert videos online, and I'd copy what Josh Dunn is doing by air drumming. And then one day I decided I used to go dance lessons. I went there for like 11 years. It was like half of my childhood was just dancing, and I'm not very good at dancing, so that's never going to be showcased. But I left dance. I wasn't interested in it anymore anyways. And so I was like, okay, not dancing anymore. I get drum lessons. And yeah, so that's how that sparked.
And one could argue drum playing is just as physical as dancing, if you're doing it for exercise as well, right?
There's a lot of crossover between tap dancing and drumming as it is anyways.
Fantastic. Good stuff. Okay, awesome. Now, tell me about the kit you're playing.
Yep, that's a Millennium MPS 850. It's a good kit. It's got 4 toms, 2 crashes, and so it was quite nice because my old kit was like this like tiny little thing. It was awful. And yeah, and I do like 2 crashes. And I also have a double bass pedal. I replaced the original pedal from the kit with a Millennium something 250, I think. I should know the brand, but I don't. Nice. It's a really decent pedal. I always get scared that, replacing one pedal with another, but it's actually a better pedal than the actual pedal it was, so.
Cool, fantastic. Was this your first drum kit you ever got?
It's my second drum kit. The first one I had was a Yamaha. I don't know the name, but it was like a very small kit. Like 3 toms, 1 crash, and there was no like actual bass drum. It was just a pedal.
Okay. Right,
yeah, I didn't like it.
Yeah. Well, it's wise for your first kit. It's to start off cheap. I mean, I got a second-hand one off of Facebook for about 100 quid, I think.
That's my first one came from.
just to say, okay, before I invest some money here, let's see if I'm actually going to keep going. That's very wise. That's some good advice as well for all you newbies. Very cool. So you said that you started your YouTube channel and then didn't really do anything for a while, and then you did. Why did you start it in the first place?
Because I wanted to do drum covers. I'd like brought the equipment for it, so I brought myself a MacBook and I brought all the adapters because Apple loves not having the same USB port. I had to buy a bunch of adapters and all
Dongles,
sorts.
yeah.
And then I got Logic, and then I realized I had no idea what I was doing.
We have to remember to thumbs up every time. That's funny.
Yeah.
Cool. So I know you've got an editor now, which we'll talk about in the present.
Yep.
At this point, I assume you didn't have an editor?
Nope, I didn't have an editor until a month and a half later.
Okay, so tell me about that, what you did do. I mean, I'm assuming there wasn't a lot of video editing here, right? It was just a one take.
It was a one take, and I just shoved the audio and the video together and called it a day.
And do you remember what device was recording it?
My phone. It's just a standard iPhone.
iPhone, yeah. Most people do start. I mean, I still use my iPhone for my back angle. Is my iPhone. They're the most amazing cameras in the world. Why not? What did you use to record the audio?
Well, funny thing is, I actually had to rewatch the old video, even though I was like, I don't want to, but to make sure I can talk about everything fully.
Yeah.
It's as much as it's recorded on Logic. It's basically the original song and then my drumming underneath, which is entirely unedited, no compression, no EQ, no nothing. And then, for whatever reason, we didn't mute the raw footage. Right. So in the actual video itself, you can't hear my drumming. You can barely hear the original drumming. All you can hear is me like hitting like the plastic and the mesh. It's awful.
Hey, it's a learning curve. It's a first cover. You know what I mean? It's you're practicing here. But I love that. So we've got a mix of the original track, your actual drum audio, and you hitting the pads. I love it. I love it. It's unique. It's unique. And do you remember what software you used to put the video and audio together?
Probably iMovie.
Yeah. Classic. Probably. It's Final Cut Pro, just a cut down version.
Yeah, very much.
Boom. Why not? Awesome. Okay. Now, looking back at this, if you could indeed travel in a time machine and give yourself some advice, what would you have said to yourself?
Well, firstly, I would have told myself to move that crash symbol up. That would be my first thing. Okay. I think I just told myself to keep at it. Because I went through a motivational slump like a year or so before filming all this, and my channel was to, get me out of this motivational slump, to get me actually learning, because I felt like I wasn't learning anything for a year, and I was like, I'm fed up with this. So I think tell myself to keep going, don't stop. You eventually will feel the you'll eventually feel the improvement, because for ages it was like, well, I'm posting these videos and all of them are just rubbish, and eventually it does get there. So I think I just tell myself to keep going.
Okay, very cool. Well, anyway, that was your past. So we are going to hop back into the DeLorean and go back to present day. So hold your hats again. Are you ready? Okay, here we go. Oh, and here we are. We are back in present day. Epicness. So, first of all, you have a fancy intro.
Yeah.
Alice. And then, and you're a DrumTuber. Thank you very much for that. Yeah. You're one of the founding members of DrumTuber as well. God bless you. Thank you very much. It's been over a year now, hasn't it, I think?
Has it actually?
I think it has been. I think I started it January last year. That's awesome.
Oh.
Anyway, so you have an editor now.
I do.
Great. Tell me about that. How did that happen, and why do you have an editor?
Well, I mean, it just kind of happened, I suppose. Because we're friends. I mean, I met him from the part-time job I used to have, and so we had each other on Facebook. And obviously, I was sharing my videos each week on Facebook, and he was at the end of his uni degree. And I think he just saw the opportunity. He was like, hey, if you ever want someone to edit your videos, then by all means. And I was like, you know what? Yes, I don't want to edit my videos.
Good call.
yeah, and so it just went from there, and yeah, he's been editing my videos ever since.
Excellent, excellent. I love it. So, I love what he's done there with the wall. It's great. I appreciate good video editing. It's great. So, I assume that you record everything and then you send it to him?
Yep, I take 3 separate takes. 'Cause I've got one phone, so one camera. So I take 3 separate takes at the different angles.
So it's the same camera. You just do it 3 times.
Yeah, that's how we
Gotcha.
cover my mistakes. I always
Okay.
mention like I never take perfect takes.
Okay, good.
I like to just really grind his gears by going, hey, so I put this song in the drive, in the Google Drive. There's a mistake here, there's a mistake there. This video has like loads of mistakes. Please just don't use it.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, I've gotten better. Since cutting my videos down to fortnightly, I can actually practice more. And so I'm like, hey, there's like one mistake. Find it.
Okay. I like it. Now let's talk about the audio. How are you recording the audio? Is it still the same as your original cover?
Yep, it's still Logic, just this time I know how to mix. I actually use EQ and compression.
Very cool.
And it's not the original drums in there. I use Moses, which removes the drums.
Snap. Yes.
Yep.
Very cool.
And so, because a lot of my old videos, you can't actually hear my drumming at all. So it makes me look like I'm playing really well. And I'm actually not. It's actually just the original track in there. But yeah, so it's only my drums in there now. The audio is mixed, and the raw footage is no longer in the video. As in the raw audio.
The raw audio, yeah.
Yeah.
The pounding of the pads. Very cool.
Yep.
Yeah, awesome. Is it the same drum kit?
Yep.
Just set up better.
Yeah, much better.
So what tweaks did you make to the setup?
Well, firstly, the right crash and the ride cymbal used to be the other way around. And as much as I like the ride cymbal in that location, I didn't like how far away that right cymbal is for how often I use it. Because it felt like I was like stretching around every single time. And so I moved that. I put both crash cymbals up higher. I adjusted my toms so they weren't so flat. And then the ride cymbal's in between the 2 floor toms. Yeah, I think that's all the adjustments I can think of.
Cool, very cool. And it's in the same room that you originally recorded it in. Now that reminds me, when you were talking about adjusting your drums, you did I remember you doing a video. Did you move it or something like that? And so you filmed you taking it apart and then putting it back together again. I remember that video. I love those videos you do like that. They're so entertaining. Oh my god.
Yeah, I think.
Very cool. That's one of the things I love about your channel is you know, yes, it's mainly drum covers, but you do other stuff as well, right? Bass?
Yep. I don't have any bass things fully in the lineup, but there is going to be some. I am working on it.
Very cool. You've been singing as well?
Yep.
Yeah.
Don't like my voice still, but yeah, I've done some singing.
Good. And I'm assuming that's because you've gained the confidence from performing for your YouTube channel in the first place and getting your content out there. I didn't actually realize you were talking at the end of this. So right now we can't hear it. So it'd be interesting to hear what you're saying here. I'm going to watch it after. I didn't even watch this. Do you remember what you're talking about here?
I think this is me explaining how I want to remake videos, and now I'm going to remake it, and then I'm like talking about how this video is featured in this video.
Oh
my
god! So right now you're talking about featuring in this video whilst on this video. This is this is just blown the universe apart. This is what would now I'm going to say. Dr. Emmett Brown, he is the professor in the movie, okay? Because you haven't seen it. He would probably, what would he say this is? A paradox. This is a time paradox. We're messing with the fabric of the universe right now. Because you're talking about appearing on this video, whilst on this video, talking over yourself.
Yeah.
I'm going cross-eyed. I love it. So you're talking more than your drum cover. I love it. It's great.
I did, like I say, I have a tendency to waffle.
That's great. I love it. So, here's some statistics for you. Now, as of this morning, you are on 431 subs.
Yep.
Yeah. Epic work. 133 videos. But of course, in that is your funny stuff as well.
Yeah.
But it's probably over 100 drum covers, right?
More than likely, yeah.
More than likely. Cool. Great. So amazing. Well done. That is, hitting 100 subs is amazing. Now you're running on to 500, which is your next milestone. So that's just around the corner. Hopefully anybody watching this now, if you've got this far into the video, hit her link in the video description below. It will be there. And go and subscribe to Alice. But chances are you already do. Otherwise you wouldn't probably be watching this. Anyway, I digress. So there's probably not a lot else to talk about setup wise. It's in the same room, right? So is that your room at your mum's?
Yeah, there.
What do you love about being a YouTube drummer?
I just think it's like fun that I can have the freedom to do any drum cover I want, and I can, do whatever I want and then post it, and then I get like feedback and people who are like, oh, this is so cool, this is great, blah blah blah. Sometimes I get advice, and I do like a bit of constructive criticism if it's not nasty.
Yeah.
It's always great when people are like, hey, this is really good, especially when you get someone who's like never commented before. And you're like, a random stranger I've never heard of before actually liked my stuff.
That's cool. Yeah, it's very, it's not somebody in the drum community. It's like, oh, a stranger saying hello. Yeah, no, I know what you mean. It happens. It does happen now and again. It's like, oh, wow, cool. Awesome. Now, you also you utilize YouTube Shorts, don't you?
Yes.
And you post those. I'm on TikTok, but I don't do a lot on TikTok. Are you doing well on TikTok as well?
Yeah, I always forget that I have TikToks. I know TikTok, the more you post, the more the app pushes your stuff. So I try and aim for like every other day, but half the time it's like once a week, or like when I post everything else, because I don't actually use TikTok as the app itself. I just use it to post stuff.
Yeah, me
too. I have like 3 times the amount of followers on TikTok than I do on YouTube though. I'm about 1,100. Yeah, I'm not too sure how. I think I just kind of woke up one day and I was like, oh, okay, sure.
Very cool. So do you just post the same stuff on TikTok as you do on your YouTube channel?
Yeah, so basically with every video I post on YouTube, I will split them up into like 30-second segments. Usually 3, because I usually do like verse, chorus, and then if it has like either an intro, an outro, or like a breakdown section / a bridge. So I post it in that, and so I post segments on there. Because the idea of posting more than less for the algorithm to push, that's what I'm supposed to do. It's supposed to be like 3 times a week. That never happens.
Very cool. So, how was it to perform this cover again, and did you play it any differently? Did you enjoy doing it again?
Oh, it was fun doing it again, because I haven't played the song in such a long time. It was really nice. I literally went back and I fixed some like grey areas. There's like parts in the cover of like the original one that I kind of didn't really know what I was doing. There was a lot of I never had the bass drum pattern right in the groove. There's like a 16th note just before the hi-hat opening, which I never played. I didn't realise it was there to begin with until I listened back. So I appended the groove, so it should hopefully be right. I don't know, I never actually double checked, but
okay.
From what I heard, I think that's it. Yeah, I think there might be an extra fill in there I added. And that ending, I remember, like originally, I had no idea what was actually going on in the end. I just like made it up. I actually listened to that and made sure I got that right as well. So I think I just fixed a couple of like loose screws that were in the cover, merrily.
Very cool. Well, obviously you can just tell from the quality of the video. Not only the editing, but obviously you're on camera properly, rather than just at the end. So it's great to see. It's and your channel is now very polished. You know exactly what you're doing, and you can tell, and you deserve all of these figures from TikTok and YouTube. So really well done there. Okay, so let's get back into the DeLorean and we're going to go into the future. So hold on to your hair one last time. Here we go.
Woo!
And here we are in the future. We don't know when, it's just the future.
Somewhere.
So, tell me any plans or anything going on with your channel?
Yep, so currently the channel is slowing right down pretty much. I couldn't do a schedule of once a week without rushing covers because I wanted to do like songs that were like at least had some form of interesting thing instead of just straightforward songs. Like I wanted to make sure I was doing cool things, but I can't do cool things and learn them in like a 30-minute session.
Yeah.
So it's not like I can't play drums every single day. I wish I could. I just don't. I have curfews that I have to live by, or I'd probably get told off.
Okay,
And,
well, that's fair enough.
yeah.
Do you think it's also now you're trying harder songs, you need that learning time, right? Now your ability's getting better.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, that's a good thing. I'd rather, you know, post every 2 weeks and it be a better song than rush it and like you said, you know.
Yeah, I'd rather have better quality than quantity. So
very cool. And of course, you're at uni, so you're working hard there. And of course, your focus really has to be on uni. You know what I mean? You can become famous later on in life with drums. So, in the future, what are some of your hopes and dreams for your channel?
Like basically, as I said, you know, more challenging songs. I want to make sure, you know, there's like, you know, well-known drum songs that, you know, the harder ones. You got things like My Hero, Foo Fighters, for example. That's got that big song that just, I tried that the other day and I was like, oh, this is great, but this really hurts my leg.
that is my Mount Everest. As soon as I can play My Hero, I've completed drums.
Yeah. Yeah.
Very cool. No, that's cool. That's cool. Obviously, with your channel, it would continue to grow. Like I said, your next milestone is 500. You're not far away from that. So hopefully.
Thinking about a 500 special because I need to do one of those.
Yeah, start planning it now. It won't be long. It won't be long. Yeah, start planning it. That's really cool. Now, if you could give advice to anybody starting drumming or starting a YouTube channel for drumming, what advice would you give them?
Well, always my main advice is, you know, keep going, keep at it, and have fun. I know a lot of people, you know, they drum and they're drumming for the sake of drumming, like how I was at one point in my channel. I'm just drumming for the sake of getting them out. If you're not having fun, slow down. That's one thing is drumming is fun. It's meant to be fun, and it should always be fun. So keep going, keep having fun, you know, and you'll get there. You know, the more practice you do, the more time, you know, with more days, it gets better, it gets easier. So that's my main advice.
Very cool. Amen to that. Okay, Alice, that was your Back to the Covers. Thank you so much for coming on to the show. How have you found your Back to the Covers experience today?
Oh, this was great. I really enjoyed talking on here. You know, we had some great laughs as well.
Yeah, it's been fun. Yeah. It's been very cool. None of which, everything was just funny without being an outtake. So no need for outtakes. It's all just going to be spliced into this magnificent, fun interview. I'm going to leave you one thing, Alice. You have to go watch Back to the Future at some point now because you've been on an interview series themed on it. Go watch it right now. Yep. But study first. Study first, then Back to the Future. Or Back to the Future and then study. Yeah, that way. Cool. So I'm going to wrap up this episode as I wrap up all episodes in the wise words of Dr. Emmett Brown. You'll learn who that is, Alice. Your future hasn't been written yet. No one has. Your future is whatever you make it, so make it a good one. Alice, you are epic. Thank you so much for coming on the show, and I'll speak to you soon. Thank you.
Thank you.